Is this the moment Europe finally cracks? Because what you're about to hear does not happen inside the European Parliament. A silent hall, frozen politicians, and the most powerful woman in Europe walking out in the middle of her speech without finishing a single explanation. She didn't defend herself. She didn't calm the crowd. She didn't even fake confidence. Ursula von der Leyen gathered her papers and fled. What triggered it wasn't an attack, not a medical emergency, not a protest. It was a document, a single black binder placed on her podium by Viktor Orbán, labeled with two words, the shadow budget. The moment he put it down, the room changed from boring bureaucracy to electrical panic. Camera feeds flickered, journalists froze, officials looked like they'd seen a ghost. Inside that binder was a number no one expected to hear. 4.2 billion euros, missing. Orbán revealed a leaked memo, a transfer ID, a money trail that didn't lead to Eastern Europe as scheduled, but instead through a Delaware consultancy firm with a branch in Luxembourg linked to advisors tied to von der Leyen's own circle. The allegation wasn't a suggestion, it wasn't speculation, it was a direct shot. EU taxpayer money, private connections, off record transactions. Von der Leyen's hands were visibly shaking. She tried to speak, but she couldn't, because denying the memo meant perjury. Admitting it meant the end of her political career. And so she did the only thing left. She stood up and escaped the chamber. Her chief of staff whispered, "Not here. Get me out." Opposition benches erupted. "Resign. Resign." But the true explosion came next. Orban said the binder was only the first file. He claims he holds 15 terabytes of encrypted documents from an internal EU whistleblower, including secret weapons negotiations, budget transfers never voted on, and energy funds rerouted off record, and deals with Kiev far outside official approval. If even a fraction of that is true, this stops being a scandal. It becomes a structural collapse. The European Public Prosecutor's Office is already rumored to have received a copy. If they open an investigation, von der Leyen instantly loses immunity. This is no longer politics. This is a crime scene. Markets reacted immediately. The euro dipped. Press conferences canceled. Brussels went dark. And the most telling thing? The European Commission hasn't issued a single denial. Silence isn't strategy. Silence is confession. Because if the documents were fake, if the accusations were baseless, the EU would have crushed the story in minutes. They didn't, which means they don't know how to explain it. Because if 4.2 billion euros truly vanished, how do Germany, France, Italy justify austerity measures, energy taxes, budget cuts? While leadership may have been funneling money offshore, this isn't a political fight. It's a constitutional earthquake. And the mainstream media, barely touching it, talking about weather, sports, anything but this. Why? Because if the public connects the dots, if the allegations hold, the entire European project could implode. So now the world is asking, is this the end of Ursula von der Leyen? Can she survive a scandal of this magnitude? Is Orban exposing corruption or detonating Europe from the inside? Whistleblower or disruptor? And the biggest question of all, where's the 4.2 billion euros? Mismanaged or stolen? Because money this big doesn't go missing. Someone takes it, someone hides it, and someone runs. And tonight, Europe's most powerful leader ran.